Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and today I want to introduce you to the principles of shoulder function. Print circles? Yay! Yeah. So, if you nail down these concepts and have your training including all of the movements that I'm about to discuss, your shoulders are going to feel awesome. Oh yes. First thing we want to be thinking about is our posture and where our rib cage is actually sitting and how our thoracic spine is. If those things are tacked down like that, you're going to be stuck with rounded shoulders, and that is not going to present itself for a very good position to actually do any kind of training from. Your shoulder is just not going to move very well. So very first thing you want to think about is posture and opening up your thoracic spine and your ribs. One of the easiest ways to do that is to use thoracic rotation exercises. So you're basically going to give yourself more thoracic extension through doing one side at a time. So an exercise like a zenith rotation from SMM is a really good exercise to use because that's going to do one side at a time, and then you're gradually going to get your shoulders to rest in a better position. If your shoulders are sitting in a good position, then what we want to look at is your overall training. So if you imagine your shoulder as this lovely perfect circle like this, and where you want your shoulder to actually sit. Jenny! You're just going to have to redo the circle. That's better. So where you want your shoulder to actually be is dead center. So anytime you're training, that is the position that you're thinking about going from. If you were to always be doing bench press and push-ups, what I want you to imagine is that your shoulder just keeps going this way and this way and this way and this way. It's going to tighten the pecs and it's going to pull everything around forwards. So then if you wanted to do something like an overhead press, you're going to run into problems. So you need to make sure that you don't end up running into overuse problems. So if we are stuck in this position from overtraining one certain pattern, which happens to everybody, it's not a big deal, all you need to do is learn how to do an exercise which counteracts that and brings the shoulders back again. So a nice example of that would be something like a ring row, because you're going to be actually retracting the shoulders backwards. So it's very important to learn about this balance and how to keep an eye on these things. So for an example, for an overall program, you want to make sure that you have equal exercises of each direction. So if we're going up this way, what we want to think about is our handstand, our strict press, our pull-ups. So that is in a push and pull. Then for this way, we have our push-ups, our bench press, any sort of pushing movement. For this way, we have our retraction exercises, which is our ring rows, our bent over rows, anything that pulls the shoulders back. And going down the way, we have our dips or even upside down pull-ups, which is something you don't see very often. And the big secret to keeping all of this stuff working really, really well is rotation. So the principles are elevation, depression, protraction, retraction, and all in a push and pull format, and also rotation. So with this diagram, you can keep an active log of your training, and if you notice that your shoulders are feeling niggly or that you're just not able to open up in the right way emotionally, then just give me a call, I'll hug you. Reference this diagram to see if you have been doing too much of any exercise in one direction. So you can actually specialize at any given sport as long as you understand what direction it primarily takes. So with example, something like weightlifting or CrossFit, a lot of the movements are going to be going up the way. In regards to powerlifting, you're going to be benching quite often, so you're always going to be going for that forward direction. So as long as you're doing the exercises that counteract those things, then you're going to feel a lot better. And the easiest way to get that secret one in, which is rotation, is to just use an exercise called a banded shoulder dislocate. That is going to help to switch on all the little muscles that you get left out in between, and it just brings everything in the little circle together. If you want more concepts on training and how to look after your mobility so that you can get stronger faster, head over to tommorrison.uk and check out the blogs and the free videos. And if you ever have any requests or questions, just leave a comment.